Welcome back. One of my last videos I talked about how to find work in New York City, and in that video I said I was going to explain how to use Craigslist. Craigslist is an amazing forum for finding work. It's going to be your best asset over there, but as soon as you opened it I found it very intimidating. It was completely different to anything that I'd ever used before. When I first got there, I know I missed out on a lot of work just because I didn't know how to use Craigslist properly. So these tips will help you to find work in New York City. I know they'll work for me and I'm pretty confident they'll work for you. So let's jump right into New York Craigslist. Here we go, fun times ahead. So when I arrived in New York, I wanted to be a cinematographer. So in Craigslist, search cinematographer and then jobs, because I was looking for a job, and this is what I found. Nothing found for this search. Well, firstly, it's very rare that you'd be a full-time cinematographer. You kind of go from job to job. In New York, in production especially, everyone was a full-time freelancer, as I like to put it, meaning that you didn't have like a normal 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and it was fun. I like to say every day was Friday, but somebody also told me that every day was also Monday. So it's whatever way you look for it. So what you want to do from the off is change this from jobs to gigs. And boom, lots of cinematography gigs come up. I also learned to keep the search as wide open as possible. So I just search film and scour through all these. Creative Film Editor, Premiere Pro, that's pretty cool. Learn to act on camera, appear in a feature film. So a lot of acting jobs. There's also a lot of pornography in here. Film me while I work. This could be anything. Another great place to search was the video section. The video section was a lot better because a lot of the film industry is more on the West Coast, and on the East Coast it's more like commercial stuff. There's a lot of corporate gigs going on in New York, and in New York everybody had like a side gig. Everyone had like their own music label, or they were trying to make it as an actor or an actress, and had a clothing line that they were doing themselves. Everyone was a designer. Magician, that was another cool one I got to do. So everyone had like all these side gigs. Everyone's hustling, so everybody needs a video. So there's lots of variety of work. Tattoo work, that's pretty cool. Again, you're gonna have to look through a lot of pornography. Some of the gigs that will be non-paying, and then that's completely up to you. Just figure out if you want to add it to your reel. They're great for making contacts. So another good place was if you search for videographer shares vision. So this is what it's saying. It's profit share. So basically, if the channel takes off and then they start getting sponsorship, there will be a share of the profits after. So it'll be a deferred payment, but it could be a good experience, meet new people. And I found a lot of these non-paying gigs by one way or another have usually ended in paying gigs for me. And then I'd search for photographer, fashion photographer, yeah. So there's a lot of photography gigs as well. They're good for paying the bills. And you'll find that there'll be jobs for production assistants, there'll be jobs for camera assistants, illustration, editing, poster design, stuff like that. So it's all good. Build your portfolio, resume, and even if it's something you don't necessarily want to get into, it's good to pay the bills. And sometimes you need that when you got your rent due. So as soon as I'd land, I'd do that, look through these, and then after a few days, once you've gone through everything, change this drop down menu from relevant to newest. I wouldn't bother with the all paid or unpaid. I kind of left that open to everything, because sometimes stuff that doesn't have payment will kind of slip through your fingers. That doesn't have payment on the ad, that'll say like negotiable or whatever. And then as well, every now and again it's good to have a dip in the jobs part, but this is very rarely that you get something you're looking for. like I said, everyone's sort of full-time freelancers over there. So then creative film editor. When I did get there at the start, if I saw a job like this or a gig like this, sometimes I would be overwhelmed because, as I said, I was in the entry stage of my career and I wouldn't apply for it. But towards the end of my stay, I learned that just apply for everything, and if you're not good enough, they just won't offer you the job. They know it's no BS over there. And I've got to sets as well and done like production assistant role and seeing what the cinematographers and the camera operators are doing. I could have done a better job myself. You kind of learn that as you go along. So be confident and don't doubt your ability. Yeah, when I first got there, I'd apply for jobs and I'd just write absolutely everything, where I was from, my education, my experience, what I created, where it had been shown, what the feedback was, what my favourite colour was, absolutely everything, what I wanted to do with my life. And if I got an email like that, I probably wouldn't even read it. So I learned quickly that over there, time is money, just get to the point quick. So boom, this is what my email template has been since. So I'd apply and go hi, and then if they've got their name, put their name in, or the production company or whatever, then I am, and then put the position you're applying for. So if it's videographer, I put videographer, editor, cinematographer, blah blah blah. I just use their terminology. So I am but who just arrived in New York and would love to be part of your team. Here's my show reel. More examples of my work can be found at, and then a link to my address. Contact me at your email address or phone number, and put your phone number in there. Best regards, Louis DC. I'd only attach my CV and cover letter if they were looking for it, otherwise I wouldn't even bother. So this has been highly successful for me, just cut the BS. And when I put my webpage, I put the link to the page they were looking for. So this is my videography page for a videography job. If it was for a film job, put my film page, and a photography page for a photography job. So everybody, that was it. To summarize, you got to search for gigs, keep your search as wide open as possible, change relevant to newest, and don't be afraid to apply for absolutely everything and anything. At least it'll just get your name out there, and it'll get you in touch with other people, or they won't even reply to it. I guess that's the very worst that'll happen. People just have a quick scan through your work. But yeah, just go for everything. If you're not good enough, they just won't give you the job, simple as. So, if you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a like. And if you're feeling really generous, subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to me. Thanks for coming.